Welcome back everyone to Love One Another Part 2. This is the RE Charities project that we're going to be working on. It's good that you're actually listening, so first of all, thank you for tuning in yet again to Miss McGinley and Mr Kearney. Mr Kearney's here with me.
Hi everyone, I know it's just thinking there, it's a bit of a shame every time you hear us, it's more work for you. So I think maybe we could do with a name for ourselves, Miss McGinley. Any suggestions?
I think the most fitting name that I can think of, Mr Kearney, for our double act is probably the Muppets. What do you think?
The Muppets, that's a belter, aye. I think the Muppets are maybe what the Waynes call us all the time, all you pupils out there, the Bible bashers. So whether we're the Muppets or the Bible bashers or any other name, Shaff, you could send them in to us. Okay. So the first lesson in this wee block was looking at why it's actually good for us to love one another, both in this life and in the next life. And now we're starting a project where we're asking you to choose a charity that you know about or maybe one you want to find out about.
You can complete your project in a variety of different ways. You may want to be a little bit more adventurous this week with how you complete your project. So if you had completed it on Word before or on PowerPoint, you might think about creating your own podcast or your own video this week. A charity that I would pick is CHARITIES, the children's hospices across Scotland. The charity gives families and children the opportunity to receive some respite and some time away from any difficulties that they are going through in their life. It's a charity that gives a lot of support to all different families across Scotland. One hospice that Chaz has is called Robin House, and it's a place where a family member of mine was able to go and receive some respite and some care during a difficult time in his life.
I would like to find out more about the charity Beat. I know that CAMS do great work around Scotland helping young people in tough situations, and Beat have a system whereby young folk who have beaten their disorder are willing to become ambassadors and to reach out to other folk and their families who are struggling. Another really awesome charity is SCIAF, who remind us that poor people need help all over the world, not just here in Scotland. They do work in the name of the Catholics of Scotland to try and beat poverty and try and help people help themselves out of poverty. We often have young people doing the fast here, and I remember in the old days, Alan McCoy used to join Tommy Burns in doing the fast for SCIAF. Really well done, guys.
Another charity that I'd like to learn a little bit more about is Brothers in Arms, a Glasgow-based charity that was founded very recently in 2017. The charity aims to help men across Scotland that are maybe struggling with mental health difficulties, loneliness or any other issues. The charity encourages men to speak up and to share their issues with other people instead of keeping them to themselves. This charity does amazing work and I hope to learn more about it. Another two charities that I'd like to learn a little bit more about are Finding Your Feet and Sam H. Finding Your Feet is a charity that helps people that are struggling with amputation, and Sam H is a charity that helps people struggling with their mental health across Scotland. So finding out a little bit more about both of these charities would be something that I'd love to do.
I love Mary's Meals just because Magnus McFarlane Barrow is such a humble man, inspirational figure, and millions of people are helped throughout the world because of them. And St Vincent de Paul are a very low-key charity, but they help poor people in every parish in Scotland, and they also help the homeless.
your presentation, you should include information on who founded the charity, why and when the charity was started, challenges that the charity have faced, who and how they help people, their beliefs, so what motivates their volunteers in the charity itself, any photos, videos or newspaper reports that you may have found, and we'd like to learn a little bit about the impact that they've had on others and what you've been able to learn from the charity itself.
The process will involve you in the first lesson just listening to this, looking at a few charities and then making a decision what one you want to choose. Secondly, we'll give you a wee call at the start of the second lesson on this just to make sure what you're doing and ask you your choice and what format you're going to return the work. And for the rest of lesson 2 and then into lesson 3, it'll give you time to do your research and feed back to us. 3 lessons should be plenty for all this.
Please remember we're here to help you during your timetabled RE lesson. We are here to answer any questions that you may have about the project. We're not going to do the work for you, but we're always here to assist you. So it's a goodbye from the Muppets.
And a cheerio from the Bible Bashers.
All the best, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.